Hi everyone, this is Brittany from Living a Balanced Life in Texas, and today I am joining in on Heidi Sonboul's DIY Challenge collab. This month's theme is Valentine's Day, so let's get started. Alright guys, here are supplies that I'm going to be using today. I have a ruler, scissors, my phone stand, a pencil, some red little beads, 2 little glass vials, some earrings from my scrap jars, paintbrushes, and a cup of water, a heart jar, some conversation hearts. I don't know if I'm using those or not. I have the wood cubes. I have wood tower blocks. I have some Mod Podge. I have some wooden dowels. All of that is from Dollar Tree. I have some felts. I have a stencil. Also have stencils in here. My jewelry supplies, tool supplies for taking parts of jewelries, and these are the various steps of one of my projects. And then I have some little printouts and paint, and a Sharpie. Alright, so project 1 is going to be some felt flowers. I've already traced the pattern. I found it on Pinterest, and I traced it on only two different colors of felt scraps I have. And then I have a white one, which I'm going to do a freehand cut on. So let's get these cut. Alright, so I got the pink cut. I got the red cut. Now I'm going to freehand the white while I have the glue gun heating up. Cut into kind of a circle so that I can do a freehand pattern. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half and then just do some little curved indentions. That. Sometimes it's easier just to do this, not fold it, and it would be like the shape of the flower will be organic. See, it's kind of odd shaped, but now I'm going to do the spiral. And all this felt is felt I've either gotten from the thrift store or I've gotten it for free. I try to save my scraps, so you'll see I have a pile of my scraps over here. I use it in stuffing for little felt things I make. A little bit more. Alright, so there's the white one. So I have 3 different ones to put together. And let's see. Okay, my glue gun's ready, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the white one. Let's see if I can remember. Let's see, this way. Okay, so I'm going to do a little dot of glue on the back of the middle. And then just take it around like that. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time, putting the glue on. Let's see. I know my hand is kind of in the way, so let's try to turn it a little bit so you can see right now. See, if you look on the back, you'll see that just moving it up a little bit each time to make the felt flower grow larger. Let's see. Like that. I've burned my finger plenty of times. I need to go to Dollar Tree and get those little protectors that they now have for your fingers. If you hear the music in the background, I have my Pandora channel set to Beats Antiques, which is kind of like a drumming belly dance type music that I kind of like to listen to. Alright, that's the back of the flower, and I'm going to fix that. I'll take the little scrap of the white felt that I cut away from it. And here is the little white one. Let's see if I can focus it. I might, let's see. I think I'm going to put a little candy heart inside it. There we go. Okay, that's cute. Okay, I'm going to set that aside for a second, and then I will do the backs all together. So let's go ahead and do the red one. And it's the same way, except for I'm going to flip it over so that the marker isn't showing. Obviously I messed up, but I can fix that. Just going to fold it back on itself like this. And then just go around. Okay, I'm going to pause it while I finish gluing this together. So, give me one moment. Alright, so I got each felt flower that I did finished, glued together. Of course, here's the white one. I glued a candy heart in it. The pink one, I glued a candy heart in it. You can still see some of the black marker. So this is why I like to do freeform. And then here's the red one. I did a candy heart on it as well. See, in the back I glued a little piece of felt scrap on each of them. Normally I would match the colors, but I just did the white because that was what I had available right now. So here's some examples of ones I've done before, and these are all freehand. Let's see if I can get a good picture. And I just painted some chopsticks green and glued them to the back. Here's some other ones. And then this one. Now I do have these little wood dowels, and I also have some longer ones that I have gotten from the Dollar Tree that you could put them on. Paint them green. Let's see if I can focus. Or I have these little alligator clips to do little hair clips. So I might do one of those with those. And then I have these little pins, and I might do one as a pin, which I've done before. I think I'm going to do the red one as a little hair clip. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to take some of this scrap felt and I'm just going to cut, let's see, one piece. And I'm going to glue it on the inside and around. Like that. And then I'll try to trim off the edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the glue gun and just squeeze some glue in there. Like that. And then yes, I just did close it. Now, that's going to be hot. And I'm just going to slide that fabric in there and let it close like that. And then I'm just going to put glue on the top. Try to smooth it out some. Like that. And then I'm going to use my scissors to actually, there we go, like that. I'm going to trim off the excess. Hot glue is messy, so I wouldn't use the hot glue except if I'm doing the video. I'd probably use my E6000 glue. It will take a little longer to dry, but it'll be a lot easier to use. Right. There we go. And then what I'm just gonna do is I'm going to take a little bit of glue on there. And then I'm going to stick that on there. Like this. Of course the glue, need to fix the glue strands on there, but let's see if I can. Because I accidentally let that close a while ago. Obviously, it's trial and error when I do crafts, so there we go, that's better. So that's one. I think I'm going to put the white one on the pin, and then I'm just going to leave it open. Put a little glue on there. And then attach the... Okay, sorry about that. My phone cut off. So I finished gluing the pin on. And I went ahead and put some Mod Podge on the little candy hearts. Kind of blurred it, so I might take a gel pen or something, or a marker, and fix those, or just leave them as is. So I have one more, see the pink one, to do something with. I started with one of the wooden dowels, and I went ahead and painted it a dark green. I'll probably do a touch-up here in a minute after I get everything done. All I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that's going to take a second. I just plugged it back up. I did put some E6000 glue on it, so let's see if it'll stick. Okay, yeah, that'll stick. I'll probably go back and cover the back like I did with the others. I don't know what I'll put this in. Well, with the chopsticks, I actually use them for hair sticks, which I'll show after a while. So I'm just going to put this to the side and go ahead and move on to the next project. The next project is going to be the love potion bottle. Just a heart, little gloss. This is not the cork that it came with. This is a wine cork that I used because I didn't have any corks. So I'm going to take one of these just to decide which one. Let's see. This one will fit better, so I might use that one. So I'm going to set this to the side. And I'm just going to, all I'm going to do, is I've already wiped the jar clean. I'm going to take some Mod Podge. Get one of my brushes. Wipe it off. Dip it in there. And just brush some onto the glass. And then I'm just going to stick this on here like this. And then put some more Mod Podge over it. And two. It still did real good. So this big jar of Mod Podge I actually got from Walmart, but they do have the matte and the gloss Mod Podge at Dollar Tree. Trying to smooth that out a little bit. I'm gonna use my finger. Make sure you put plenty of Mod Podge underneath so that it doesn't rip when you go to. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. I haven't decided what I'm gonna put in this yet, so I'm just gonna leave it like this for now and let that dry. I'll close up my Mod Podge here. Alright, and the last project I'm going to do starts off with 2 of the little wooden dowels. This package right here, the little wooden dowels. And 2 of the cube blocks. And two of the mini tower blocks. And then what I did was I painted them white. There's some that are painted white. And then I painted them a mix of the red apple and Tuscan red. So I got 2. Actually, on these, I just added a little bit of water to get the last of it, and then painted it. And here are the 2 things. And then I took one of these wooden white things from a Christmas sign that I took apart that I got on clearance and painted it with the mixture of the color. And then I also have this. Let's see. It came from Dollar Tree. I painted a Y. You can probably see a little outline of a Texan symbol because I'm reusing this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Am I painting this or not? Okay, I'm going to paint this also the red color. So I'm going to take a little tray and mix a little bit of the Tuscan red and the red apple. These were from Walmart. Get one of my paintbrushes here. Then I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit. It's a little bit dark, so I might put a little bit of white in there. Just so I want it a little bit lighter. I think that's good. And I'm just going to paint this quickly. Just add a little bit of water to it so that some of the white will come through, like the other signs. Sometimes I wear some latex gloves while I'm painting so that I don't have to worry about washing my hands after getting paint all over them. Get the edges. I'm going to let that dry for me while I go and work on the rest of it. Set that to the side. side. Alright, so we're going to take these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 2 little wood blocks and I'm going to glue them onto the ends of the back. I just did that. Let me get some hot glue. Let's see if I can't get some of this E6000 to come out. Let's see, I'll just stick it onto the here. Just stick it like so. And then like so. So kind of lining it up with the top part. Like that. Let me redo the hot glue on this side because it's not wanting me to stick. Alright, let that dry. Oop, turn around. Alright, and then I'm going to do my little things. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. Just stick it right there. Set it down so I can be able to do it evenly on this side. About that much maybe. Where's my ruler? So a little bit. There we go. Alright. Like that. And then, see, is this dry? It's dry. Almost dry. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and put some, so it could either go, let me set this up here. This way. Or you could go this way, which I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to set this down like this. Not even. Okay. And then I'm going to take my E6000 and just rub it on here like that. And right here on this side. And I'm just going to do a thing of hot glue onto here and on here. I'm going to add some more hot glue on here so that it'll be nice and secure while the other glue dries. So I'm just going to run the glue on the inside and the top of the dowel. There we go. So that can dry. Have y'all figured out what it's going to be yet? Here, let's see if I can get a better. There we go. I still have to finish putting on the wording on the top here, which I'm going to do in a minute. But I want some stability, so I'm going to glue. Let's see if I can. Make sure I get this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these little cubes that I painted. And that should give it, once it dries, some stability so that it'll sit up. Or not, I don't know. I'll figure out, have to figure out something else for stability. I might have to add some more blocks, I think. To make it stand. So I added 2 more of the Jenga blocks, which I think will actually help it stand up better. So, alright, so got that done. And then, oh, it did not stick. Let me fix this. So I'm going to set this over to the side to dry before I finish painting it. And then I'm going to take my little love potion bottle and add some decorations to it. So I'm going to pause for a moment while I gather my stuff for that. Alright, here we go. So I went ahead and I took the little pieces off of the earrings. I cut a little piece of cording, and I'm just going to thread the jewelry pieces on. I'm going to do the 2 red pieces in the middle. And then I'm going to do all the pink pieces on each side. I do have jump rings, but I decided that since they already have eye hooks, I'm just going to thread them on like so. There's an uneven amount, so I'm just going to set this one aside for a different project. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this around the jar. Knot it. I am going to add a dot of glue onto the back here. Like that. And I'm going to cut off the excess. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide these around so that they're spaced out around the thing. Okay, that's kind of cute. I was going to sit there and put a piece of this around. I think that's still, I don't know. Yes. So I'm going to glue this around it as well. Set this out of the way. I'm just going to dab a little bit of glue right here on the edge. And press it in. And then I'm going to work my way around. Actually, I'm going to put it on the back of the leather scrap and then press it in under the ledge there. There we go. Like that. Then cut the excess leather. I should have got my better pair of scissors, but I'm not really in a wheelchair. Let's see if we can get this cut. There we go. Alright. See a little more glue there. Press that up under there. There we go. And then on this other side, and cut off the excess. There we go. And then make sure that's glued in there. we go. Where is that? Okay, there's that. I think what I'm going to do is I have some of my I'm going to put some of my balance blend in there. Let me get my funnel. So this is just a bath blend that I made. It's got arrowroot, basil, angelica root, cinnamon, lavender, red clover, rose, rosemary, yarrow, and peppermint. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to put a little bit in here. Sometimes I have issues with it coming out, so let's see. Sometimes it needs a little help, so I can poke it with my pencil or something. A little bit more. Yes. A little bit more. Alright, so yeah, and then put the cork back in like that, and we got that love potion blend done. Alright, so we're going to go back to the last project, the kissing booth, and I'm going to pause for a moment so that I can grab something that I forgot to get out. Okay, so we switched angles for a moment. I decided that I'm going to use this stencil to do the lettering. So I already started the K to do a testing. I'm going to have to go back in and do some little fine details. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of gold paint. Just make sure I get all the excess off. And then I'm going to move on to the next letter. See, right about maybe, I think right here. Right here. I'm just gonna tap it. See, there's the eye. And then we're gonna do the S. It's gonna kind of not be center, but it'll be okay. So I'm gonna have to do something else. So I'm gonna pause this while I figure it out, my next step. Alright, so I went ahead and used a gold gel pen to get the lettering a little bit darker, and then I outlined it with a black gel pen. And then I used these flower stamps I have to do some designs around the edges, and of course on the bottom. So there is the, oh, and then I also put in a 25 cents. So that is my kissing booth. I do have these little LED lights that I might try to strand on it whenever after I get it set up. We'll see. We have the Love Potion bath salts. And then we have our little felt candy heart flowers. We got the little pin one. And this little pin one. So those are all my Valentine DIYs for this time. If you feel inclined, like, comment, and subscribe.